Hello, Daisy Zhu.
Hello.
Welcome to Vienna. Hello.
Thank you.
Can you hear us very well?
Yeah, I can hear you very well.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining Darwin Circle and for sharing the insights of Huawei's technologies with us and the rest of the world. I'm handing over directly to you to present your speech. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. The topic of Darwin Circle this year is how technology can save the world. I really appreciate have this chance to share about 5G and how mobile evolution changed the way of our lives and our world bit by bit. So can you shift to my first chart? Yeah, the first chart, yeah. Next. In mobile industry, we first discuss and complete the study item and the work item in 3GPP. This is an international body with members from Europe, from Asia and America, and some other region of the world. Actually, 5G starts from 2013. The first standard version finished in June of 2018. From this chart, you can clearly see that 5G is about decades of global collaboration and joint efforts in research by scientists, companies, and organizational partners. For example, like 5G PPP in EU, 5G IC in UK, and 5G America all give tremendous contribution to hone the 5G technology. And moreover, 5G will keep evolution to be strengthened for better serving the world. Actually, next, 5G was designed by very high standard in terms of speed, latency, and numbers of connection in a given area. For example, like speed, 10 times. Typically, the average speed is 1 Gbps up to 10 Gbps. Latency, 1 millisecond. Connectivity density, almost 100 times as compared to 4G. So about application scenario, this triangle depicts three very famous terminologies in our industry. One is EMBB on the top. This is what we call the enhanced mobile broadband service. This is for consumer market. And the bottom two, one is the massive machine type communication, MMTC, and URLC, ultra reliable and low latency. This for 5G for industry digitalization. Next, please. Next, yeah. In retrospect, mobile industry, the first generation and the second generation provides the voice call service. People can use the feature phone to text and make a call to their families or friends everywhere as long as the mobile coverage is there. The third generation and the fourth generation provide mobile internet. People can use smartphone for Facebook, for Twitter, for WeChat, for Instagram. The social media also, penetrating our daily lives day by day. And, we share happiness, we share sadness moments. We communicate in a vivid approach. So what about when it comes to 5G, the fifth generation? I believe that 5G will bring the enhanced mobile broadband service, or we say the mobile internet service, to a new level. High definition video conference clips like 2K, 4K might be default in very near future. On top of that, we are expecting augmented reality like AR, VR, virtual reality, XR, mixed reality to further enrich our experience. Our pursuit of fantastic experience will never end as a human being. The last decade also witnessed ever changing of form factors of the smartphone. You can see on the bottom that from flat to flip, from bigger than brick to the smaller or elegant like iPhone. Now comes to the foldable and the wearable. Amazing, right? Okay, next, please. Since now 5G already being deployed, 5G service also on air, I would like to introduce some of the 5G eMBB service already being commercialized. We start from something sounds normal, 5G messaging. In contrast to the traditional old-fashioned message service, the 5G messaging converged high-definition picture, positioning services like navigation sharing and the short video clip service all together, which tremendously extend the reach of almost disappear short message service. In China, there is 5G messaging already being available. In the middle, you can see that for mobile video service, user can use grand screen smartphone to watch 2K video or 360-degree free view broadcasting without any jamming. Our visual experience leaps from 2 dimension to 3 dimension. In South Korea, where Star AR and VR service from 2019 now already have a 2,000 plus application based on AR and VR, including like electronic sport, VR broadcasting, and also VR training, and very interesting application like dating with supermodels, which perfectly mix the reality and virtual reality all together. Right now, 30% of 5G users in Korea are enjoying AR and VR services. Next, please. 2020, we suffered the pandemic. Lockdown made us have to stay at home, work at home, and educate at home. But remember one data. There are 0.95 billion households are not connected. And 80% of this home access, the speed is less than 100 megabps. So while 5G, since its easy deployment and the GBPS, I mean the speed, the home access using 5G is now getting momentum after outbreak. Here, I'll give you the very simple example. There is a very small village in China called Beiyangshan village. Last year, 2020 March, the outbreak of pandemic, the local fundamental school just closed the class. The boys and girls have to stay at home, do nothing because there's no any internet at all. So the local mobile carrier just install the pole and mount the 5G base station on the top. Then 5G is air just in seven days. Problem solved. And next, please. 5G healthcare is another story, actually. If you look at the medical facilities right now, more than 30 plus types of medical devices have been transformed into 5G inside with inbuilt 5G module or 5G SIM card. These devices can offer the telemedical consultation, the remote auscultation, and remote needle knife operation. This is not fiction story because this remote operation is with the guidance of experienced doctors in the big city. And actually, as I said before, this service is no more fiction story. Now it has been applied by many hospitals, especially during the pandemic pandemic outbreak, and rescue the life of thousands of people, thousands of patients in the rural area where fall short of senior doctors. Next, please. In industry, 5G played the equivalent role. Last year, I paid visit to Ningbo Smart Port, where is 5G connected. Traditionally, the driver, have to be limited in a very small cube on the top of the crane. They just bend their neck to see down the floor the cargoes and operate the control pole to lift the cargo and move the cargo. So the cervical syndrome become very popular occupational disease. The drivers, their occupational period is very short. With the aid, since introduced the 5G connection with the connections of 5G, the workers or the driver, they can comfortably stay in the air-conditioned room and remotely control the crane because there's a camera right in the place of the of the port very near to the working place, it can feedback the image of the working place, so the worker or drivers can precisely control the cranes right, and put the cargo right in place, put the container right in place. This is how they work. Remember one thing: there's 5,000 ports. Very small proportion of these ports are 5G enabled. I believe we still have a lot of work to do. And next, please. I also want to share the other cases for industry. One is the smart farm, the other is gas pipe inspection. In Switzerland, one of the local operators just provided smart farm services using 5G. With 5G capable drone with cameras, the local farmer can precisely identify the weeds out of the plant and precisely spray the herbicide, which can reduce 50% of the herbicide usage, so much so to protect the environment. Gas pipe inspection, I give you the examples of Shanghai. In Shanghai, gas pipe has 80 kilometers long, but with the drone, 5G capable drone inspection, 2 hours enough for security check instead of 12 hours. You don't have to drive the car for inspection. That can be also translated into several percentage of carbon emission. Well, about carbon emission, next page, please, green 5G. There are also a lot of rumors about 5G that 5G consume a lot of power consumption, but that is not true. I give you the example. If you download 1 Gbps high definition video, 5G just consumes far less power consumption than 4G, because here we use terminologies of power per bit. So that means that 5G just transmits 50 times of digital bit than 5G when using one power. So that means 50 times of power efficiency. To further reduce the power consumption and reduce the carbon emission, we also provide Power Star solution, which can further reduce energy consuming by 50%. I give the example of Shanghai, big city, because I work here. There are 32,000 sites out there. Suppose we use Power Star solution, 6 million kWh, kilowatt per hour can be saved in 1 year. So what does that mean? That means that you can reduce like 7,600 tons of carbon emission can be reduced, which need 330,000 trees to absorb. Okay, finally, the next page. We have a quick see of how 5G changed the world. We need technology innovation and industry innovation and application innovation to make 5G better. And we can also looking forward to see 5G better serve the human and industry. Good for 5G for good. Thank you. That's all for my presentation.